And that is why today I am announcing this government will make a new free-of-charge digital ID mandatory for the right to work by the end of this Parliament. Let me spell that out. You will not be able to work in the United Kingdom if you do not have digital ID.
As of last night, we've been taken on under the signatory Indian tribe for protection. And so I just want, if you guys can please, this needs to go to the higher ups. And the ostriches and our land is now under the protection of the signatory tribe, Indian tribe. And we met with them last night. So this is a cease and desist from the signatory Indian tribe.
It's not just free Palestine. I mean, there are more people dying in Nigeria than are dying in Palestine. I can tell you that last year alone, over 500,000 Christians were killed in Nigeria.
The fact that this issue has not gotten on people's radar,
right? No one's talking about it.
It's pretty amazing. If you don't know what's going on in Nigeria, your media sources suck. You are in a bubble. Not, and again, I'm not a Christian, but they are systematically killing the Christians in Nigeria. They've killed over 100,000 since 2009. They've burned 18,000 churches. This is so much more. This is their Islam.
Resistance Chicks. I'm one of your hosts, Michelle. It's Sunday, coming on a little bit earlier than normal on this Sunday because we have to head out a little bit sooner than normal. But what a show we have for you. I don't know if you guys saw that clip. I had to listen to it twice. When Keir Starmer, we're going to play it again for those in the back that missed it. He didn't say you won't be able to work. How did I think he said it the first time? I don't remember how I thought he said it the first time, but it was less than what it actually was when I rewound it. And he says, you will not. Oh, I thought he meant for the government, for the UK, for like the government of the UK. You will not be able to work in the United Kingdom without a digital ID. And you know what I found even more creepy about it was his tone. Like, let me be clear. Like, okay. Like, it was like a threat. Like, you're being punished. It's literal punishment. Like, this is, I don't even know what it's. UK, we're going to pray for you. We love you. You are our brothers and sisters across the pond. And I am so disturbed by this. I don't have words. I'm trying to put myself in your shoes. Because I mean, somebody can save this clip for if this happens to the United States, but I'm not getting a digital ID. Whatever that means for whatever they would try to invoke, I don't know. I'm not doing it. Okay. Oh, Michelle, you already have a digital footprint. Yes. They've tried to make they really push for the universal ID here, the federal ID here in the United States. And because of state sovereignty, praise God, each state has, their own, you can't push people to get it. So every time I go to get my ID, they push for it. The last time that I went, they gave me the option to get an 8-year ID instead of every 4 years. So I got that. So I won't have to deal with this for at least 7 more years. But I'm not complying. No matter how much pressure they put on me, I don't care what it means. Okay, I can't fly. I can't get on an airplane. You can. There's ways around it. But I'm just saying, whatever they're doing, I'm not complying. So that's super scary there in the UK. Also very threatening, but in a good way. Did y'all see that clip with the ostrich farm? I don't know if that clip was enough to make it clear, or if you even had time to read the tweet that I shared of that. An Indian tribe is now protecting the ostrich farm. and they have written a cease and desist letter to Canada, to the government of Canada. Now, so now every decision about what's going to happen to the ostrich farm has to go through this tribe, and there's signatories on it, and that is amazing. Now, another super serious story that has not gotten enough attention. I know Ted Cruz has been talking about it, and a couple of people have been talking about it, but it has taken Bill Maher, of all people, to bring it to light, and that is the persecution and slaughter, murder of hundreds of thousands of Christians in Nigeria. So you can go free, free Palestine. Okay, we can address that issue. But how come okay, I'm going to answer my own question. I was going to say, how come the Palestine thing is more important? Let me tell you why it's more important. Because one is political and one is spiritual. So now, wait, Michelle, you can't tell me that what's going on between Israel and Palestine isn't spiritual. I'm not saying that, but the interest of what's going on in Nigeria is not nearly as political as what's going on in Israel and Palestine. So if you're all caught up and that is your whole world and that is your whole obsession, and you claim to be a Christian, your heart doesn't actually beat and bleed for what our hearts should beat and bleed for, because your spirit isn't sensitive to what's going on. Okay, or you would be going, and we have talked about the slaughter of the Nigerians here on this show. Guys, it's not okay. Christian persecution is the largest persecution religious persecution in the world. Now, one may argue, well, Christianity is the largest religion in the world. Ha ha, and it is. Why? But it is the largest persecuted religion in the entire world. People die for their faith every single day. So when people want to come out and say that, we're living in the last days because of digital ID in the UK, well, come to me when they're actually killing you. Okay. If anybody has reason to believe it's the last days, it's the Nigerians. And actually, I don't know how many of them do. Okay.
Well, actually, they just went to Nigeria was where they went to the top.
Oh, that's right. That is right. So Leah's right. A lot of them do. And why? Well, there you go. They would actually have reason to believe it, that they're living in the last days, that Jesus is about to come, because they're being killed for their faith every single day. We are not. Charlie Kirk was. He's one guy. Yeah. If you guys didn't watch our Revelation Red Pill on Wednesday, it was about the rapture. And it was Nigeria. Forgive me for forgetting that, which country it was. So these Nigerians actually all went up to a mountain and they just like praised and sang and chanted and whatever, just like a prophet had I think it was Joshua, or Josiah. Oh shoot, there's too many J's. This prophet literally said that on Rosh Hashanah, that Jesus was going to come back. He had been given this heavenly vision and this angel spoke to him. Jesus come back. So they all believed it, and they went up and they were chanting, and Jesus did not come and rapture them, which is sad for them.
And they had to come off the mountain.
And they had to come off the mountain dejected. But you would too if you were being killed for your faith. Okay? So I'm so thankful for a Charlie Kirk. Charlie Kirk is a martyr for the faith, but so is every single Nigerian that has been killed for their faith. And so it is active and it is happening right now. So Leah, before we get into all of that, I forgot on Friday and I feel really bad. So for those of you that don't know, we have a store, Resistance Chicks, shop.resistancechicks.com, where we sell our own homemade products. And I have a collection, one for men and one for women. One's the Armor of God collection, which includes this face and beard oil, which is just amazing. And one is the Healing for the Soul. They all come with a deodorant and a soap and a tooth powder or polish. And you can send me your preference for what you want. But I wanted to do a giveaway for people that maybe were struggling and couldn't afford to shop at our shop. No one signed up when I did it that way because I think nobody wanted to be accused of being taken like handouts. So we've broadened it. So it's really just for anybody that has never made a purchase from shop.resistancechicks.com. So do it just for yourself. If you've never made a purchase for at shop.resistancechicks.com, once a month we would like to give away a whole collection. That's what we want to do. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say this person's name, but we do have a sponsor for this and I haven't even texted you back, and I'm so sorry. I don't know if she's in the chat right now. Oh, I just gave away a gender. So anyway, someone had texted me this week, and I'm so sorry I haven't texted back, but she said, I would like to sponsor the giveaway for this month. So if you guys would like to sign up for the giveaway, we will do it either for the Healing for the Fractured Soul or Revelation Red Pill this Wednesday, one or the other. And it will have been for the month of September. So email me, massfaith33@gmail.com. There was a question that was asked.
September is not over.
What do you mean?
Well, you're like, you missed it.
No, I didn't say you missed it.
I thought you were apologizing for missing
I'm
it.
sorry that I didn't give more people a chance. What if they don't tune into our Sunday show? I would like to be announcing it at least once a show, for the whole month. So you guys can send me an email. If you signed up for last month's, you do need to send me a new email. If you have sent me an email in September for the end of September drawing, you do not need to send me another email. But massfaith33@gmail.com. Please pick your preference, whether you want the Armor of God or the Healing for the Soul, whichever one you want to win. If you win, and please, please, please go ahead and include your address. I'm not going to use it for anything else, but it just makes it much easier for me to just go ahead and get it sent out to you.
I don't even know how to use it. I don't know how to spam people. I still don't have my Twitter.
It's their address.
No, that's what I'm saying. What am I going to do with your address?
Oh,
that's
you're so funny.
I still don't have. I'm in read mode only on Twitter because supposedly I engage in inauthentic or spammy behavior, and then on September 3rd, supposedly I engage in hate speech against the Jews. Me, Michelle, Leah, us, these people who actually just quoted scripture. There's a scripture where Paul says that the Jews were the Judaizers causing people to can keep with the Old Testament laws and become circumcised as adults. And he called them the synagogue of Satan. It's a scripture, man. I was legit talking about.
But that's not why you got kicked off.
No, but that is a reason why I believe I am being spammed as inauthentic behavior. You know what I mean? Somebody had to have reported me because I do nothing.
Yeah.
It's not I don't think I got caught up in their stupid algorithm for doing.
Right.
I'm not doing anything.
Right.
What is inauthentic about my behavior? So
you have Armor of God dripping down your face, on your nose and on the side of your face?
I can't have because I
here.
didn't put any on.
Oh, well then something else is dripping down your face.
That's vitamin C. That's to keep me young. Don't give away my secrets.
Sorry.
I'm just kidding.
Okay.
I'm totally kidding.
I have a plan for this Twitter thing.
You do?
I do. Okay, so my Twitter was commandeered by Leah when her original Twitter was deleted.
Yeah, I'm on number 3. I only have so many email addresses.
Right. So my Twitter was commandeered by Leah then. So she took it then, and then that got taken down. I have another email address. So here's my plan. Are you ready for this?
I don't want to start over from zero again.
I am going to. What is that noise? Oh, it's patriarchy.
She's making
She's cutting livers
squares
that she freezes. She eats that liver every day. See that look on my face?
You blow dried your hair.
I let it mostly dry outside while I was putting the show. We were going to do a show outside today. I didn't get the time. I know.
I wanted to.
I know.
It's so nice.
It's so nice outside. Anyway, I'm gonna do another Twitter for myself.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and I am gonna go on a rampage, and I am gonna also message Twitter, and I'm gonna utilize Tom Renz tweeted out. You guys can go and find his post that he made. Go to his profile if you're on Twitter. Go to his profile. Find the one that he shared about Leah. He @ed X and he @ed support. You can send a message directly to support. Okay. Leah's handle is @Leah Svensson. @Leah Svensson. It's in the post from Tom Renz. Reshare it, @X, @support, and send them a personal message that says @Leah Svensson account needs to be reinstated. I watch her show. What?
Most of our viewers are not on.
I know.
X.
So in my rampage that I'm going to do, I'm going to
I don't even like make you go there. Like for
I'm
your
gonna
news,
ask
like
you guys to create a Twitter account temporarily, so that you can help participate in this.
I don't think
going to
that'll
get
work.
it's gonna happen.
because they don't like
New accounts.
newbies.
I don't care.
Because that would be more inauthentic
Stop
behavior.
it. We're gonna do it.
would.
Okay. Most of y'all used to have an X account. Okay. And then you got rid of it. Go get it back. Sherry says I'm on X. Yes. She says I need a tub of vitamin
Could
C.
you, yeah, could you say, I'm literally their message them and say, I am their dentist. They're real.
So you
I've
need
seen
to
their teeth.
You can send it. Wow.
I've seen their
You can
teeth.
send a direct
I
message.
know the condition of their teeth.
How do you direct message support? You go to the
Support, and then they have, support has a little box.
So then you go at Leah Svensson is real. Her account has been suspended. Can you please reinstate it? So unfortunately, X does everything by push, by algorithm, by how many people are reaching out.
So
and
that's
so we
how
need
Alex
the numbers.
Jones got unbanned.
Oh, really? It's not because he's
Because-
friends with Elon.
No, Elon hated him. Elon
Really?
banned him and kept him off because of the Sandy Hook
Yeah, but they're
stuff.
friends now.
Because everybody, because Elon Musk's works at his favorite thing. Elon Musk's favorite thing is to be a Roman emperor and to do this. Whoa. Whoa. Okay, so Leah, do we want? Yes. Okay, that it is. I would say Twitter is akin to the Coliseum. Why do I want to be on? I don't want to be there, but like all the things happen there. Otherwise, I'm like, I have no news for you. Like the only way I know about Keir Starmer getting ready to do digital ID and put the mark of
So
beast
it's
on your
like
forehead
saying
and on your
don't
hand is
engage
because it's on Twitter.
In the public square.
Because here's the thing, on all the other sites, the news sites, it's hidden. Facebook has done a fantastic job of making itself, and now it's an ad thing. You scroll through Facebook and it's like, I don't even know who Joe Bob is. Why are they in my feed?
Are you
and
ready
it's a
for
sponsored
a new
doodad.
hack?
What
I
you got
learned this the other day.
What did you learn?
Okay, so I don't know how I can do this without like showing you guys everything, but you see at the top of there's the little there's the little people right here. See those little people?
Yeah.
Click on that,
Yeah.
and then your feed. Oh, look, there's Sherry. Sherry, am I allowed to show you on
UK
Facebook?
is
I guess
issuing
not.
digital ID.
So,
you can't work
then you
without
get
it.
all
That's-
your friends.
Okay.
Okay,
But what
So-
like friends? But like, what about the groups that you follow?
Well, I don't know, but that's people, like real people. So you scroll through, and I'm getting lots of Sherry. She says, "Let me spell it out. You will not." You are so on it, Sherry. You will not be able to work in the United Kingdom if you do not have digital
She's
ID.
going at
Sherry's
it.
going at it. Go on. So there's my friend Mark Mucci. There's his little grandbaby. Congratulations. So there's Lori. She says our hearts are deceitful. This is why we must
You
humble
guys
ourselves
are
and have
all our
teachable
friends
hearts.
on Facebook.
So like these are my friends.
There you go.
So that's how you get to see just your friends. So I just wanted to give you a tip there.
Okay, that's good to know. But I'd like to but here's the thing. Like, what about my groups that I follow?
Right.
That's all those things like
Yeah.
yard sale people. And that's how I find things on sale. Like if I need a good, chicken, I got a lot of groups I follow, like farm groups.
Right, I know.
We got baby chicks.
We got baby chicks. We got baby chicks.
We hatched out 2. We accidentally if you're using an incubator.
But I know
Do not
this.
lift the lid.
I
Do not
know
lift the
it.
lid.
I know it. And you know what? Patriot Gallery watches Longhorn Lester.
And she kept saying, "Don't lift the lid, girl."
And then he lifted the lid. He
did
said,
too?
I'm going to do it real quick. I watched him do it.
Oh.
I was in Mom's room.
Well,
watched
I
him
think
do it.
only one more was gonna hatch out. 2 more. So we had to go get him some friends.
So, yeah.
So we got some birds we haven't had before.
yes.
So
Cinnamon Queens.
Cinnamon Queen, we've never had those.
Jewel had to tell me I forgot the queen part.
Sapphire Gem. What kind of name is that?
I don't know. That's literally like one of those Porsche.
Yes. 2 of
Sapphire
them.
Gem.
Because I got them discounted. Because one was so cute. So they get in a batch of birds.
I know.
But then, like, if they don't sell all the birds from the last batch,
They have a bigger
So they have
bird.
one bird from like the previous week, and she was huge. And I was like, "Can I have her at a discount?" And he's like, "Yeah." And they'll give you the next one at a discount too.
Did you know birds of a feather flock together? Literally.
The sapphire gems were $6.99. I got them for $2 a piece.
What is with these fancy birds?
$6.99. in.
All right. So, Leah, I could wait to ask you this question when the mic is muted, or I could just ask you now because I need to know. Are you going with us at the 2 o'clock?
I'm
or
going
are you
to
gonna
finish
stay?
all by myself. I will
Okay,
make my
then are
way
you going
there.
to take some dogs home?
Do they go home?
No, but I meant just so that they're not here by themselves. You could just take them to their house
I
and then
need
just
to
bring
know-
Augie with us. Bring Augie with
Oh,
you.
Augie can stay here. He'll be fine.
Okay, so you're gonna. I just thought you might. Well,
I
you can
think
leave
they
them
go
here.
home.
They're,
I'll be so
they don't go home today. They
precious.
don't go home till like Tuesday.
I thought they go home today. It says day 4 of 4.
Oh, so you could go ahead and take them home.
Check the calendar, man.
We're having a private conversation in
I
front
need
of
to
thousands
bring
of
you
people.
digital ID in UK.
Okay.
I will talk about it in a
Why,
moment.
why are you doing a Russian accent?
I
for
don't know
the
because when
digital
you ask me
ID?
the questions, I need to find the right personality to answer.
Okay, y'all people aren't watching enough Healing for the Fractured Soul.
She just happens to be stuck in Russia.
Oh yeah, we were there one time.
She was there.
She
Now
was
she just
there?
says it. I think it's because Fievel, I tell you all the time.
know,
She loves the
every
Fievel. Okay, I know this is not crazy show. Not crazy show. All right, I want you to bring when you go. You got up my links to my non-existent Twitter
Hang
X.
on,
I know why. I know why they suspended me because I refuse to call it X because X is not a name. I'm just going to call it Twitter. X isn't a name.
Okay,
X
so-
is what it's a letter or it's like
Is this it right here?
your previous boyfriend.
But that has an E on it.
But
At
it
least
has
that
an E. It's not even a thing.
Right.
An X is like an X something. Okay.
No, but even X something has an E in front of it.
I know that's why I'm not going to call it X. I can't. Twitter's bad enough. But they got us. Here's what they've done. Okay. They have created things with names that are so immature, but we're used to it. YouTube. Okay? YouTube.
But you know what? It's
like-
not even YouTube anymore. It's NewsTube.
It's true.
It's MSM Tube.
I know. Okay, so YouTube and then Facebook. Like seriously, it's like so childish. But then like Twitter is not a name either. That's not a name. They got a little bird. And so, anyways, I refuse to call it X, and I don't like Elon, and I don't like AI, and I think that that's the big thing. And here's the thing.
You're
Like,
not helping your case if anybody tries to come and say, oh, are these
know.
girls real? And they come and tune into our show and they're like, should we let them back on X?
so I'm going to tell you another. I know that this is not news, but this is funny to me. So our brother in Christ and our friend Todd Coconato.
Love Todd. What's going on?
He posted last night that he has resisted temptation.
Oh, I saw this. Yeah. Mhm.
So he said, he didn't say from whom, but he said that he got a call or a message from some Arabs. He didn't say Muslims. He just said Arabs, but I don't think they were Christian Arabs. And I
Right.
don't think they were atheist Arabs. So I think we can assume that he got a call from some Muslims,
Yeah.
which he is like this super Christian guy, right?
And he's pro-Israel.
So he gets a call or a message, and it's like a shakedown almost. Like, we will pay you a lot of money if you will promote our agenda.
Yeah.
And he very proudly, I'm proud of him, turned them down.
No.
And
Todd can't be bought.
And he said it was going to be very lucrative.
Yeah, Todd can't be bought.
So I, first of all, would like to know the number. So can we get? I just
Ain't
curious.
nobody calling me.
I just finished Lauren Southern's book.
Yeah.
And Russia really tried to get her to promote their side of the war in
No
Ukraine.
one has offered me doleros for nothing.
And there's an article that says that the conservative,
fair.
the dollars in podcasters
Yeah.
has like, what's like when you say like there's sextuple? I know quadruplet, but I don't know anything beyond that. Quadruple, what's 5 and 6
Leah,
and 8? When you
Oct. 8 would be oct.
Yeah, but how would you say that? Octuple?
Well,
tuple?
all I know is Octomom. That's all we know.
Okay, so it's gone from like 1 billion to like 8 billion. Okay, so it's gone
It has
the ad-
manifoldly increased.
by a lot. Okay,
Exponentially. Use bigger words when you don't know the other big words.
Where I don't know. Like where's my? Where is it for me? So I don't understand why all these dollars are going all these places.
Yeah.
and none have come here to
They're
resistance
not.
chicks.
No, but you know why? You know why?
Why?
Because it's in the name. They know what we gonna do.
But here's
if they
the
come after us.
problem.
We're gonna resist.
That's great. I know. I'm scared. Wow. Okay, but
I wasn't even really flexing. I'm gonna be scared.
wow, that's great.
It's looked better before. I don't know what's going on. You
So
can't- I don't know if it's
we're all trying to be
just- Oh,
MTG.
that's not so bad. Look at that. Look at you. Oh, Leo! You can't go put me shame like that. You know why that is? We're not even bringing you the news today. She goes out there with bricks. Look at
but
that just makes my arms look puny. Hang on, you're in front of mine. Wait,
It's
you're in
the
front of mine.
lighting.
No, you're in front of mine. I'm bigger than you are anyway.
so I used to be a weightlifter.
She literally lifts bricks
My
every
arms
day.
are
She does brick reps.
My arms are smaller than they used to be when I was a teenager, but I can't get rid of this right here. It won't ever go
No,
away.
it's actually way less than it used to be. Look at it. Oh, it's strong.
The lighting is pretty awesome.
It is great. That's real. You look good. Go and get it.
So we're
you know what it is? This is a time for a commercial break. Leah's taking every day the
No,
Body
like-
Health Perfect Amino.
No, legit. We don't really. Here's the thing.
I haven't pushed this on the show for a long time.
We don't really make very much off of these. I highly recommend if you don't think that you're getting enough protein.
I'm taking these every single day.
I take 4 every day. It says take 5. I try to save money. Michelle, you said that
protein.
like if you go on, there's a lot of deals you can get. You try to get all the
Go
deals.
to
and then-
resistancechicks.com/body health. And if you go and make your own first purchase, they're going to like offer you like a 15% coupon, and then you earn points, and then you can. So what I do is I earn a bunch of points, and then I use that to buy more product, and then you know what I mean?
So I'm super cheap.
But I'm buying for multiple people in the house. Uncle Jack takes them, you take them, and I take them.
You can't get this kind of stuff anywhere else. Okay.
This kind
At
of show.
least we are not spending 45 minutes on a tie.
This sits here every show, and I never talk about it. I'm taking it every day.
I highly recommend these.
This goes to show how much money, how much we're not trying to make money.
We don't-
Because this is one of the most legit products on the market. Like I only take it because I didn't have this anymore. It was starting to go away.
Yeah. So
Because I'm
I
41.
will tell you what
I'm
I have
about to be
done
42.
over the past year because Patriot Gallery started working out. And I used to lift weights a lot. And
I saw this woman in my living room
doing what?
planking the other day. I don't know, for like forever. And then she starts doing these push-ups. And I was watching her do these push-ups, and I was like, "What?" It's because she's so light now. She's lost so much weight. There's nothing to her. That's why her push-ups are so easy. I refuse to believe that she's like so strong that
Is
when
she doing the real ones or the
she's
bend
doing
knees?
real push-ups, and she's doing them like they're no problem, like and straight as a board, just like she's planking, just like up and down. No problem. Just pumping it, doing the push-ups. And I'm like, when I try to do push-ups, and Leah can attest to this, real ones, it's embarrassing. And I have muscle. But here's why I know what it is. I'm so dense.
Yes.
It's hard to get that much meat up. You know what I'm saying? Like,
know.
Mom's just so
So,
light. She's light as a feather. That's
My
why.
mom, every day for breakfast, she has 2 eggs and a couple tablespoons of liver. Okay, she cooks it together.
That's why she's able to do those
She
push-ups.
doesn't take these perfect
but she doesn't
aminos.
have to because she's doing that.
I
I'm not doing the
do
liver.
not take the liver. I just haven't gone to that. The protein is a thing. So you get to a certain age, your muscles start to deteriorate. You need to build it up. You need to eat protein. So
You know what
I
it is?
have made a conscious effort
Yes.
to eat more protein. And we've talked about this. I am mad. So mad at all of the food pyramid people.
Oh, I know, our
Because
whole
they
lives.
have at the bottom is all the remember the pastas and the
bread,
breads,
yeah.
and then it's ingrained in you that a good person, if you're a straight A student like I was, a good person eats less meat.
Right.
And certainly not a lot of eggs. Now, we've learned over the years to eat a little bit more meat.
Right.
But our friends Jesse and Timmy and our Catherine,
Oh, yeah.
they are sold on
obsessed
the
with
protein
protein.
thing. And I have noticed this. I have not gained any more weight just adding protein.
Yeah.
Okay, so I am just anecdotally telling you, I'm consciously eating more chicken, consciously eating more steak, consciously taking my perfect aminos every day.
Yeah.
And I am so cheap that when I was going to the gym with my mom goes to the gym twice a week. She was lifting weights, and I know that I need to lift weights, but I've been waiting to get them on sale because they're $1.
So you're lifting
$1 bound.
bricks
So I've been
instead.
lifting bricks instead.
Right.
But I do that every day. Not a whole lot, maybe 10 minutes of weightlifting, and I try to do about 50 push-ups a day, in sets of 25. So 25 and 25.
So I was
Okay.
trying to do stuff like that. For
So
like
that's
6
what I've been doing.
months.
That's what I've
And
been
then I got
doing.
too
If you want
busy.
to,
I want to look like you.
I think it's
do.
the lighting.
You've
but
been
I'm gonna
rebounding
go.
too.
I have been rebounding. I think that that's really good for your
Lymphatic
You
system.
told me to do that. You bought this little tiny thing on
Because
the
I was
yard
going
sale,
to do it.
and I like that. I like that for the waist whittling. I think that really helps, and it's
Whittles
fun.
your whittle waist?
And I will tell. I freaking really. What
You
do
guys came
what do
for
you
the
think it
news.
does?
This is news.
Yeah. So
You can't get this kind of
you haven't
show
got it-
anywhere else.
So
you
it's
don't get this
fun.
from Jack Posobiec. You don't get this from literally. You're not getting this from Candace Owens.
And
She's
our
not fun
pool
like
is
we
not
are.
shut down yet, and I'm going to try to keep it open until it hurts, like really painful.
Yeah.
Because our friends, the Bakers, Mark
They'll
Baker and
go out
Jill,
there in ice, breaking
they
up
will break ice off and jump. Like I'm not going to do that. So like it starts to snow, probably going to shut it down, and cover it up. But I have noticed that it does feel like it resets my system with
Yep.
the cold plunge. So I like the rebounding. I've been meaning to do videos on some of the stuff we have been doing, just because I think that especially if you can keep up doing some of these things. Now, farm work is great, but we don't get enough farm work in. I just will tell you, and we just don't. And I think just adding a few of these things helps keep those muscles going for as you get older. Now, because you are so awesome, you don't want people to steal your identification.
Quinn is 5, Sex is 6, Sept is 7, which is dumb because September is not the 7th month. But thank you, Sherry.
Okay, but how would you say that as in like quadruple? Septuple?
They come for our
Quadruple,
intelligence.
septuple?
So I get that message a lot. I
Septuple?
literally get these messages. Man, we come because you guys are so smart.
So like I get stuck at like
you watch the show because we're so intelligent.
So we can go from 4 quadruple.
Yeah.
And if we have to do it eight times,
Quintuple.
it's quadrupling twice. Can you say it that way? Like quadruple times
How about
2?
let's go 4 times 4? It's quadrupling quadruple.
No, that's squared, and that would be 16. Like,
Yeah.
I just see that's math's not working up. But you know what other math isn't working? The digital ID in the UK. That math ain't mathing.
It's not mathing.
So our dentist Sherry,
We have a dentist.
we do. She's been tweeting out about this. Let's go to
You mean she's
Caesar,
been putting it out on
Caesar
Facebook.
Starmer is what we'll call him today.
Yeah, Caesar
we'll call him
Starmer.
Neron Starmer.
Oh my gosh.
From the book, if you guys don't watch our Revelation Red Pill, this is an inside joke. I will get you on the outside so you can be on the inside. In the book of Revelation, it's called Gematria, Hebrew and Greek. Is it Greek? I think it's Greek. They spell out words and numbers using letters. Okay, so it's Neron Kaiser 666 in the book of Revelation. Here's mark the number of the man. 666 is Neron Kaiser. Okay, that's who the beast is. So somebody in the UK thought it'd be really funny to be the first country to be like, we're the mark of the beast. We are the mark of the beast. We want to be. It's kind of like when Aleister Crowley was like, you know what? I want to be the beast. If Satan's taking over, let me be the most evil person. Let him pick me. Because then I read that the Antichrist gets to rule the world. So I want to tell Satan, hey, if you want to pick somebody, I'll be the great Antichrist. You know, because he was raised under the Plymouth Brethren.
right.
Right? Aleister Crowley was. I don't know if you don't know who Aleister Crowley was. He kind of basically led the whole rock and roll movement into Satanism.
Yeah,
Do
with
as thou
sex
wilt.
magic and
All
all
that,
we've
and-
done. So you can go and watch our episode on that, which is really
so
good.
let's go to the mark of the beast here. Keir Starmer. I just feel like there was a script written, and you know how in Hollywood they hand out scripts,
Yeah.
and they go to all all the famous actors or actresses, and they all put in their bid. And Keir Starmer is like, okay, I'll play the beast right now in this generation, and everybody's like, no, you're not. No,
He's
like
not beastie enough.
you're not him. And he's like,
First of all, he's not charismatic enough.
I want to be him.
And it's like, no, dude,
He's not evil enough.
And it was like, but everybody else wasn't ready yet to take on that role.
Right.
So he's like, I'll do it.
Okay, let me know on the audio comparison to Leah and I talking here, guys, in the chat.
We're gonna build a better country brick by brick under the same flag. What the heck does that mean?
And that is why today I am announcing this government will make a new free of charge digital ID mandatory for the right to work by the end of this Parliament. Let me spell that out. You will not be able to work in the United Kingdom if you do not have digital ID.
I can't.
It's as simple as that. Because decent, pragmatic, fair-minded people, they want us to tackle the issues that they see around them. And of course, the truth is, we won't solve our problems if we don't also take on the root causes, looking upstream to tackle poverty, conflict. And that is
what in the world does poverty and conflict have with you needing a digital ID to work? You're going to go to work and you want to milk a cow. And suddenly you're going to have what are you going to do? Are they going to have a swiper for you to be like, hey, ho, howdy do, but we're going to come milk the cow today? And they'll be like, well, dip, 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 you got to swipe the, like, how will they even know?
Excuse me, this is akin to saying you will need a digital ID for your right to drink water, for your right to eat food.
Breathe. No.
For your right to breathe air.
Breathe.
Like, what is this? Your right to work? What even is that? That's like saying I have a right to breathe.
So, like, is there another word beyond communism that's like evil? That represents evil, like an evil system,
spawn of Satan.
Because that's pretty evil. That's like beyond evil.
Synagogue of Satan, actually.
There we go. Banned everywhere. Banned everywhere. Calling people Satan is evil now. Like, that'll get you off. That'll get you right off real quick. Just call people Satan.
Right.
Because, but you don't care if you don't believe in him. What does it matter?
Right.
I don't because Satan, but I want to act like him.
So now I feel like the UK has become the synagogue of Satan. No, Leah Michelle, it's Israel. Okay, well, Israel is one stone's throw away from doing this, but they haven't done it yet.
No, because the script was passed around and Israel's like, no, we already did that forced vaccine thing before y'all. Yeah. No, we already got called Satan for a long time and we're already under the whole like being called Satan thing. So we have to bypass this script because we're already running another script that makes us look like Satan. So like we can't run this script. And so Keir Starmer's like, I am full on communist. I am paid by all the communists. No, you're not even a communist. This is not communism. This is something else, and I want to call it something, communism by another name. I like your little digital.
Oh, rose, if called by any other name, and it smells so sweet.
So you got all these illegal aliens coming in the UK.
Yeah. We
don't know if they're Tom, Dick, Harry, Mohammed, whoever they are. We don't know who they are.
We ain't got to know.
But you, who are obviously born and bred British, you have to have a digital ID. You can come from another country, make up whoever the heck you want to be. But now that you're in the UK, we have to like doubly, triply know who you are, where you are. This is the Chinese, credit score system. Tommy Robbins, here's the good news. You know what this is doing? I don't even know. Is this 20D chess by the deep state? Because they know everybody's going to push back. When you literally say digital ID, we know to push back against the digital ID. Okay.
Do they in the UK though? Really?
They do. Everybody's been ready for this. Okay. So in the United States, they've been calling it by another name. They've been doing the crypto in a different. They've
don't call it the digital ID.
They're doing something different.
Sure.
Okay. You're not supposed to call it. If you really want
people to swallow it,
to be able to track people at all times and control people, then you have to repackage it as a different name. You can't. I mean, George Bush and his dad saying we want a new world order.
Yeah, you can't do that.
They
anymore.
had to, we caught on to that,
right?
Even before the internet,
right?
And so,
so now we've got the global initiative.
Yes. Exactly. So, and that has a better ring to it.
Sure.
Even I'm just like,
global initiative.
Yeah, but New World Order, that's the mark of the beast, right?
Yeah.
So digital ID is the mark of the beast. So Tommy Robinson has said, has a few words on that. And I was going to see, I haven't. I want to play this. Okay. So, but I have good news for you because the world is pushing back.
On UK, for the UK?
Our number one Christian president in the world.
Yeah.
Who's that?
Javier. No,
it's right there.
Bukele.
It's right there. I'm giving you a clue.
Bukele. Naive.
Yeah, it's right there.
I forgot his first name.
Okay. He has said El Salvador's Nayib Bukele has come out publicly and stated that Keir Starmer's BRIC card, mandatory digital ID, is the mark of the beast, written in the Book of Revelation. Bukele is arguably the world's best leader out there right now, having completely transformed El Salvador as a country in just a short time, attracting plaudits from around the world. Bukele knows about Starmer and the Agenda 2030. So this is just, I'm not sure if this clip is about that.
No, but it's still good. It's still worth playing.
And you know who else is out? You know, the guy who should be president right now in the United States, Ron DeSantis in Florida, has said, you will not do digital ID in Florida.
Right.
Okay. Now I speak to you.
I want to speak to you, he says. The children and teenagers, to the generation that will have the enormous responsibility of continuing to move El Salvador forward and never letting us return to our past. You are responsible for El Salvador never again returning to the past. It will be up to you to learn, to grow, and to take advantage of the opportunities before you. Computers, the personal safety to study, and the spaces to dream big. These are spaces we are still restoring by rebuilding schools, but we are making progress. It's also up to you to do your part. Show respect and make an effort, value your teachers, honor your parents, and feel proud of this country that belongs to you, because you will take El Salvador even further than we might be able to. You are the protagonists of this day, today, in this celebration, and for this new El Salvador. In your firm strides, your impeccable uniforms,
look at their little
and your proud, your voices singing our national anthem is the proof that we are now a different country.
Yeah, let's remember 5 seconds ago, El Salvador was the murder capital of the West.
Right.
And now you have these children, which goes to show you that if you can identify and root out all the rats, then you can have a nice city. Right? So here's the actual tweet. And he quotes. He shared the video we just shared.
Yeah.
You can go to his Twitter, but I can't retweet it. So you would have to you just have to put Bukele in your search bar. He causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell save he has that mark or name of the beast or the number of his name. So he plays the video of Keir Starmer. You can just put Bukele and it'll fill in. Not as one word though.
Yeah, but that's his @ handle. That's what I was looking at.
Well, you'd have to put an @ in.
Oh, really? You're kidding.
Yeah.
This is why I don't do Twitter.
Okay, there he is. So I just feel like this is so great. So he's tweeting out, this is the second tweet he's got.
There it is right there.
But you want to know,
let me
we're going to do some levity here because I love that
they weren't seeing the thing. I don't think.
You weren't seeing Keir Starmer's speech?
No, they weren't seeing Nayib Bukele.
Oh, shoot.
I know. Sorry, guys.
Shoot. Well, just show them the kids with the ribbons. It's so cute. But that's the tweet. But if you scroll down, what I love hilariously is that he's such a real guy. He literally says Rogue One is actually a good movie. That's the first new Star Wars that came out.
Gosh.
I love that this El Salvadorian is a Star Wars fan. He's like our age, right?
He is, I know.
So he's of our
like
generation.
us.
But I didn't know that the El Salvadorians of our generation were the same as the Americans, like of our generation. Like we're kind of all the same.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool. Kind of weird. They're kind of cool.
So Rogue One was just okay.
Well, I just think it's great. I love this man so much. He's my favorite. He goes, and the 2030 says, we had to imprison 80,000 criminals to achieve peace because entire generations were thrown to the lions by previous governments.
So this is the clip that you guys missed right here. I'm just going to let it kind of play while Leah's talking about this. Sorry about that, guys. And Barry, that was me that deleted the spammer. I just so happened to, I was looking at the chat and I just so happened to see it there. And so I went ahead and deleted.
So Donald Trump spoke at the United Nations General Assembly this week. And Bukele tweeted out that Donald Trump, who previously had in his actual presidential address, had actually said some mean remarks about Bukele on accident or on purpose.
We're gonna go with accident.
But he says, "Thank you for designating the Barrio 18 gang as a terrorist group whose crimes have inflicted so much harm on our societies. In El Salvador, we had already taken this step by formally designating them as terrorists, even though some organizations have criticized us. Most of their members are currently imprisoned at the Confinement Center of Terrorism, by its initials in Spanish, specifically designed to confront this type of threat. Your message underscores the importance of working together with a determination in the fight against terrorism, and we are pleased to see that our governments are fully aligned in this cause. We are convinced that cooperation between our nations is key to eradicating these criminal structures and ensuring a future of peace and security for our peoples. May God bless El Salvador and the United States." So
that's awesome.
Yeah, I'm really happy about that. I guess that was a new speech that he gave this week, and everybody was excited about it. So I guess they had an Independence Day. I don't know what they were independent from, but they had an Independence Day. Yay for you. I don't know what you're independent from, but
41-minute video.
No, we're not
for their Independence Day.
Pueblos.
Well, it's a big deal.
Oh my gosh! So they had it's like their live stream of it. So that's where he was speaking with all these kids. So that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense. So I thought I had another one up on the UK digital ID. We're going to come back to UK digital ID in a moment. And let's go to talk about, well, actually, let's go over here because let's stay in the UK for a second. So what else happened this week while you were sleeping? And we were doing the market that blew everywhere last Sunday. Thank you, guys, for being patient with us. I know we didn't have a show last Sunday. We were in the midst of, it felt like we were in The Wizard of Oz because it was Twister and like and dogs flying everywhere.
First of all, there were no dogs.
Yes, they were.
No dogs were harmed in the making of this movie.
Well, a lady was.
Oh, really?
She got hit by a cart of
library books.
A library books.
That is not funny.
That is not funny. I think she's okay.
Terrible.
But if you guys didn't know, we were doing the market, selling our goods. Is your computer okay?
No, I'm ready to press play.
Okay.
But I can come back to it.
So while we were selling our goods at the market, which was so fun, and we got to pray with a bunch of people, and it was just amazing. I looked at the weather, and you might have heard this story like 100 times.
Because I'll make us big.
Make us big real quick.
Okay.
So it was so sunny. It was a great weekend up until the last hour. And I went and told Sarah, I was like, Sarah, I've been meaning to message her and be like, Sarah, are you okay? Because there was like 200 or 300 people still there and she didn't want to shut down. But I was like, Sarah, look, it's coming. It's yellow. Like if you've ever looked at the radar. Yeah, but nobody knew. Nobody was ready for the amount of wind that was going to come. It was kind of a
I didn't want my products to get wet. When we were looking at the thing, I mean, you imagine there'd be a little wind, but we were prepared with like 8,000 pounds of weights.
Yeah.
I mean, on every corner of our
And we were prepared
canopy
to get things out of the rain. This was a historic kind of wind that we haven't had in about 10 or 15, well, about over 15 years.
Ago today, it's the anniversary of what happened.
Nuh-uh. Is it really? So that happened here we had a hurricane come through?
No.
Oh.
I'm joking.
Oh, okay.
Today, it was last Sunday.
Oh, okay. Today.
1 week ago today.
1 week ago today. Yeah. So we have a neighbor with a tree that has destroyed her house.
Oh, I know.
I got a picture of it.
Lady.
And we had a tree. We came down to a tree down. It was just historic winds. So that's where we were at. Now you can bring up the video. While we were in Kansas, basically, in Wizard of Oz, with literal tents flying all over the place.
The canopy that was 30 feet away from us blew into us.
We had like 10 people jump in underneath and try to hold our stuff together, and then they helped clean it up.
We had like 20 people that helped. It was like they were coming from everywhere.
But
they were soaking wet.
During the big wind of it.
Oh yeah.
I closed my eyes.
You expected to,
and I just held onto the tent, and so did like 10 other people.
Chris 379 in the chat on Rumble was there. She was with us. Like, praise God. So she's holding on. I am holding on. Matt's holding on. You're holding on. And I'm expecting this gust of wind to let up for a second so we can start to try to scramble again to put. No, it didn't stop. It just kept going.
It was straight line winds is what it was.
Yeah.
And we just hunkered down. I literally was closed my eyes. Just like,
Well,
I was like, Jesus!
I got on my knees.
Jesus!
I got on my knees and I just was like, I started yelling. I was like, just get anything you can that's on a table, put it on the ground.
On the
Because it's
ground.
better for it to be on the ground because you put it there.
All the things we have are glass to keep the stuff good.
Well, and you know what? You know what suffered the most?
The tins! The tins bent!
The tins from the tooth powder. I have so Patriot Gallery actually, because I couldn't get into one because it was so crushed, and I was like, I feel like I could save the product inside of it, at least use it ourselves.
I'll use it myself.
And I couldn't get it to open, and Patriot Gallery just goes and gets the thing of pliers, and she's like, Michelle, it's easy. She just opens it up and opened it up. So that's the one I'm using right now.
It was insane.
It was crazy.
Okay,
Why did you bring all that up?
Because
while that
was happening, I watched this video. I think this was from last Saturday night. Okay. I've been thinking about this all week. Go play this video. So I'd like to do a
for our podcast listeners. Trump visits the king and queen.
Yes, but it's not just Trump. Okay, I've been thinking about this all week.
I probably need to mute this for this.
This is Windsor Castle. Sam Altman, OpenAI. Steven Schwartzman, Blackstone.
Renee Haas, ARM CEO.
I don't even know what ARM is. Barclays.
CEO.
Microsoft CEO. Salesforce CEO.
Apple CEO.
NVIDIA CEO. Fox
Chairman Emeritus.
Rupert
Murdoch.
Robert Murdoch. Okay,
Wow.
so this was the 17th. Now, this was while we were doing our shows. Okay, now. So I've been thinking about this all week. And nobody's talking about it. Why is nobody talking about this? So we feel like in America, we do not live under a feudal system. That we do not have
serfs and
we do not have royalty.
Right.
We don't have dukes and duchesses, and our founding fathers were incredibly repulsed by that, where you could just hand over a title to somebody and somehow you're more important than somebody else. It's very anti-Christian. Bible actually says when somebody comes into your church and
they are a person of repute,
do not bring them to the front.
Don't do it.
Don't do it. Do not treat somebody more wealthy better than somebody who has less money.
Right.
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Okay. And is somebody coming to get their dogs?
Maybe.
That's so funny. Would you like to come and get your dogs? His choke chain is hanging on the thing out there. There you go. It's where it is, where it always goes. All the dog leashes. That's so funny. So I was thinking about this, and I'm looking at Sam Altman. I'm looking at all these CEOs. I'm looking at the corporations, and what we have done is we have just exchanged handing out titles to CEOs of companies.
Sure.
And people will say, but Leah, this is capitalism. They earned it through just money.
Sure.
Okay, not violence. This isn't somebody who conquered. I think about Alexander the Great, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's conquering the known world. Look at Attila the Hun, conquering. And look at even during the Roman Empire, you stab somebody and you become emperor, So this is the way this works. Because the fiat dollar is fake and it's not real money, they can use the fiat dollar and their business as a weapon because it is a weapon. It's just like a sword. It's just as if, you have gone in and you are going to supplant somebody else and become king or have your own little, carve out your own little kingdom.
Sure.
So what the king did by bringing in, because there are no more real kings, right? You got the king of Spain or whatever. I don't know if Sweden has a king. I don't know, like a monarch, like a place card monarch. They don't exist anymore.
Yeah.
But the monarchies of the world have not gone away. They've just changed. Mm-hmm. And you can see the line of succession going down
right.
with the Rockefellers, with the Rothschilds.
Yeah.
And then
even the Ford family.
New monarchies have been birthed because they can now in the digital space and in the corporation space, you create your own kingdom.
Yeah.
And with it, they have a group of serfdoms who they treat as peasants. So now, for instance, Microsoft. You used to be able to buy Microsoft Windows, and you used to be able to use Microsoft Word and all these things. You buy it one time. Now you're a serf.
You mean Office, Microsoft
Microsoft,
Office.
I said Word or whatever. Now you're a serf because you have to buy it and re-up it every year.
Right.
So you have to pay the king, which is the CEO of Microsoft, a fee. So basically, there are no landowners left in the world.
But it's really just us ancient people that keep doing that because everybody else has switched over to like Google Docs.
But it's still, but not a lot of people still need it for their job, right? And their family.
I am
uses
obsessed with it.
Okay.
It's the language I speak.
And that's just the thing. So everything now has become a subscription.
Sure.
And if you can get people to have a subscription, then now you're a king.
Yep.
And these people are your serfs and they own land. So the king of England brought in all the other kings. You know, Rupert Murdoch, he's like the king of media. And if you want to get somewhere on television,
Yeah.
you have to go through people like him. And I've been thinking about it all day. What are your thoughts? Because I want you guys to understand that we still live under monarchies. And when I see these people, I see them just as in just as poor of a light as you should see a controlling, manipulative, strong-armed monarchy.
Right.
Because these people own us, they rule us. I don't just get to get up every day and just live my life. I have to pay my property taxes. I have to pay subscription fees. I have to pay my car license, my tags, my this, my that. I have to pay, all the things. Okay. And all these little guys have created little kingdoms to now, unfortunately, we're not just under one kingdom. Now we are now serfs of many kingdoms.
We beat the kingdom this week.
How?
We saved our plates.
That's so funny.
So
yeah.
we bought a new to us car. It's 2011. If you didn't hear about it on Friday's show, I'm gonna give you guys a secret hack. I don't know if this works in other states, but it did here in Ohio. We sold a car. When did we sell the car? At the yard sale this year, right? So we still had the license plates that had a paid for tag on it. So we just on a whim decided to just try and take them in. We took them in. We were able to transfer those puppies for $6 stinking.
But we shouldn't have to. Because I still feel like that's part of the kingdom.
I know it was a joke.
All right. Speaking of kingdom, Viktor Orban tweets this out. Migrants don't fall from the sky. Someone opened the door. Someone must answer. The Swedish government lectures us on the rule of law while their own cities burn with violence, bombings, and underage perpetrators. Instead of fixing their mess, they spend their time picking on us. Here we found better ways to use our time. 0 illegals, 0 bombings.
I have to read this, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Unless you just read the whole thing.
No. The Swedish Prime Minister has long been taking aim at Hungary with his words. Generally, Swedes are likable people. Many heroes, pretty ladies, and music and so on. But in reality, Swedish politics is extremely aggressive and patronizing. So while it's unacceptable that underage girls are being used to carry out violent crimes, some even ending in murder, while violence is raging in Swedish cities, and there were more than 300 explosive related crimes last year. At the same time, the Swedish Prime Minister and government lectures us about the rule of law while they take care of their own citizens. Even he himself, as I recall, said that the government cannot control the wave of violence sweeping through Swedish cities. After this, what is to discuss? Migration is a sensitive issue because it raises a question of political responsibility. These migrants did not fall from the sky. Someone let them in. Those who let them in must accept responsibility for the consequences. Well, they are unwilling to do that. It is easier to pick on Hungary. I love this guy. So,
that was brilliant.
Everybody in the EU is picking on Hungary. Hungary has had 0 bombings, but is letting in 0 illegal people.
Right.
In Sweden, they open up their arms. We're so lefty. We're so loving. No, you're not. If you have a bombing from illegal, like they've taken over your cities, like what is wrong with you people? I only want to go to Sweden. I thought, maybe it might. I have family there.
Okay, but you don't have any family that you even know how to contact there.
I think I could find some Svensons.
Everybody there is Svensson. You're not related to all of them.
I would find them. I could find them.
No, you couldn't.
Grandma Cordis found her Dyer clan, and she hadn't been there for a while.
That's Ireland.
I'm sure I could find some family. I do have family there. We know we have family there. I could go there. I have family there. I have not talked to them.
What you mean is there are people that are alive that are somewhat related to us.
Not that somewhat. Troy, my brother,
yes,
when he was a teenager, went and visited like a ton of people that we were related to.
That's so just like my grandpa's family members.
That's what I'm saying. I have family there. That's what I'm saying.
If you go,
you don't have to argue with me. We have family there.
That's like saying like, okay, so my interpretation of we have family there is
like we talk to them.
We write.
No, I don't write to them, but I do have family there.
You don't even know their names,
but I can find them.
You know their last name.
I do. I could narrow it down.
Right.
And I have my grandfather's name and and I'm sure if we said who here is related to Bo Svensson, we could pretty narrow it down. So he was an
actor, walking tall.
He's alive still.
He is, yes, and he's my grandfather's cousin.
Yeah, he came over at the same time on a boat.
So my grandpa's name, he went by Al.
Yeah,
and his first name was Solden.
Solden.
That's a very interesting name.
Solden.
That's how Swedish Svensson. We are.
Solden. Yeah. I think that's kind of probably a pretty unique name.
You think so for Sweden?
I'm pretty sure. Anyways, I have family there.
We got peeps.
My brother got to go. I didn't get to go.
I know we didn't get to
go. My grandfather took my brother there. I have a half brother. My point is I don't want to go. I thought at one point I would have liked to go.
Now we're arguing about something you don't even want to do.
I don't even want to go.
Let me read some comments before I got to pop out of here. Michelle Starmer's great-great-granddad was actually Joseph Stalin. It's not really true.
Come on.
Like, I don't believe some stuff.
No,
you know?
no.
Yeah, that's, I don't know about that. I not that I'm calling you a liar, okay? I'm just saying.
It's false.
AI says it's false.
But it's a joke.
Oh, okay. Well, see, don't do that. Don't joke me like that.
It's a rhetorical device, not a factual one.
Barry says, speaking of Charlie Boyo, meaning King Charles, not our favorite Charlie, he's actually doing the job of a king of the UK. He's moving behind the scenes to oust Stalin Starmer as PM. He's having meetings with Farage at the Buckingham, he says Buckhouse, but at the palace. Wow, that's crazy. Sherry says, QuickBooks 2, I don't use the online services. I just use it as a ledger on my desktop, but I have to pay monthly now for access. Me as well. No, I use Quicken, not QuickBooks, but I do use Quicken and I have to pay for that. Yeah, Kimberly says, I probably could have bought Microsoft Word a dozen times by now. Me too. Yeah. All right, so reminder before I pop out of here, because I do have to pop out of here. I'm going to a birthday party. We are doing our giveaway. So if you want to send me an email, we will, it's not going to be for today. We'll do it on Tuesday or Wednesday, but you have between now and Tuesday probably to get your emails to me, which if you were to win, whether you would want the Armor of God collection or the Healing for the Soul collection
with your address.
Or Oil of Joy collection, and please include your home address or whichever address you want me to mail it to. Okay. So Leah, you are going to take these doggios home when you're done with the show. I hate to leave you. It's family. Birthday party, 18th birthday parties, big deal. So I have to go get his little present put together and then head out of here. But I love you guys. Leah, have a wonderful rest of your show. And don't be too late. And I'm assuming you'll be taking the truck.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. And don't be too late.
You're in charge.
Message these people's parents. See when they're coming back.
Okay.
Okay, I got a kid down here. You're oh my gosh.
Wrong kid.
He's a great kid. I love that kid. He's Augie. He's my little buddy. He's been with us for like a month. Love that guy.
Love that guy.
Okay, so raise your hands if I should do the rest of the show with the horns on.
Why not?
Why not? Okay, so what I love are the Patriots around the world, and you guys know we did our show the week before last on everybody around the country, around the world, saying we are Charlie Kirk. I've got another video from South Korean patriots marching in front of the U.S. Capitol chanting CCP, Chinese Communist Party, send them away. We want freedom forever. We are Charlie Kirk. This is so cool to me. Whoa.
Here we go. Screen share. I am so techie. Just kidding. I'm going to be techie today. I think they're wearing masks just for like, you know, blocking their... Look at that. So this is obviously in, you know, communist chart. So on September 6th, give me a minute and I'm going to do this. Look, you can see my suspended account. I'm trying to search something. Charlie went to Korea in September, right before he died. And he spoke some really powerful words to them. Try to bring this up. So one of Charlie Kirk's last moments on September 6th, just a few days ago, like a couple weeks ago, Charlie Kirk attended Build Up Korea and proclaimed God's vision for Korea, declaring how vital this nation is to the United States. God moved our hearts to pray for Charlie on that very day, September 6th. And so we, the young people of Korea, lifted up prayers for him. Today we proclaim that those prayers have not fallen to the ground in vain. His sacrificial blood will bring renewal to both America and Korea.
우리 이 시간
We pray
다음
for
세대를
Charlie and his
위해서
family.
열심히 일하고 있는 찰리를 위해서 한번 기도해주면 좋겠습니다.
Wow.
We're gonna do a Korean way of prayer for you. It's called a praying out loud praying. We would want to do that to you and bless you today. 기도하시겠습니다. 주여!
They're like spirit-filled Koreans. Wow. I'm gonna cry, guys. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Sing with me.
Heavenly Father, thank
Wow.
you for sending your warrior to Korea.
Come on.
I lift up Charlie, the leader you have raised up in America to wake up next generation. May he remember Korea in every step he takes, and may you protect him, Lord. And be with him so that he may fully carry out the mission you have entrusted to him. And Lord, I thank you for making this gathering possible. And I give all the glory to you, Lord. I pray all this name in the name of Jesus. 예수님의 이름으로 기도했습니다. 아멘.
Hallelujah. Glory to God. Well, that's powerful. Wow. You know, I wonder some of these prayers ushered him into the kingdom at a different kind of level, right? This was, I think I showed you guys this. We showed you this. This was a memorial in Korea. I don't think we showed you guys this one.
I am in Incheon, South Korea at Douglas MacArthur or Freedom Park in Incheon, South Korea.
Wow,
Locals
guys, I'm gonna
here
cry.
have set up a memorial honoring the
Those are
life of
beautiful.
Charlie Kirk.
Absolutely
Not too
beautiful,
long
you
ago,
guys.
Charlie was actually here in South Korea for a speaking event. He visited this park around the same exact time that I'm here currently. I thought that on my way back to the airport that I would stop by here and honor him personally as well. Thank you, South Korea, for remembering him.
Wow. So Newt Gingrich has tweeted this out. Pastor Rob McCoy is speaking live, or was, I guess this was 17 hours ago, yesterday, from Pusan Seguro Church of Pastor Hyun Bo-song, who was arrested by the Korean prosecutors in a church crackdown. Here's a photo of the imprisoned Pastor Hyun Bo-song and Charlie Kirk during Charlie's only visit to Korea in which he came to defend religious liberty and send a message to U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio about a crisis in Korea. And I didn't know about this crisis of Korea. So let's lift them up. God, I just lift up the Korean Christians as we're going to pray and talk about the Nigerian Christians. If there is persecution there in Korea, I pray for every believer, true believer, that you would surround them in your power, surround them in your presence, go with them before and behind them, protect them, fill them with the power of your spirit. I pray, Father God, what the enemy would have for evil, that you turn around for good. I pray, Father God, that whatever you had Charlie do there on his mission would continue to grow and blossom and spread. I pray that the government of Korea, both North and South Korea, would become radically saved, filled with your Holy Spirit. I just pray that you get all of the demons out of North Korea and all that false religion and all the false religion out of South Korea. And I pray, Father God, not for a move of American Christianity in Korea, but a move of old, I don't want to say Old Testament, but the early church Christianity there in Korea, in Jesus' mighty name. So I'm going to give you two different angles on the persecution of Nigerian Christians. I don't know. So at first I was like glad that people were talking about the crisis going on in Nigeria.
Gotten on people's radar.
Christians being persecuted. Okay. Now, we've been covering it, and now Bill Maher's covering it. So last year alone, Muslims killed 500,000 Christians in Nigeria, and we've been trying to raise the alarm. And I don't know why Candace Owens isn't saying anything. I don't know why anybody isn't saying anything. So I'm glad that people are saying something. But there is actually a nefarious push against about this. So interestingly enough, some of these people, they find a way to control, manipulate everything.
World, and you want to see a better world. Your interest is not just free Palestine. I mean, there are more people dying in Nigeria than are dying in Palestine. I can tell you that last year alone, over 500,000 Christians were killed in Nigeria just in 1 year. And nobody's protesting. The activists are not saying anything. For me, that's hypocrisy. In the north of Nigeria, Christians are being killed daily because the Islamic militants don't want Christians to exist in the north of Nigeria. They want to see a world where there are no Christians at all. And they want to conquer not just Nigeria, they want to conquer Africa, they want to conquer Europe, and they want to conquer America. The younger generation who want to live in a better world must speak out today. And I'm calling on all advocates of a free world to.
Okay, so that's great. And this is this new narrative, which is, why are we defending the Palestinians when we need to defend the Nigerians? Okay.
The fact that this issue has not gotten on people's radar.
Right, no one's talking about it.
It's pretty amazing.
And I don't trust Nancy
if you don't
Grace
know
as
what's
far as
going
I
on in
can throw her, even though
Nigeria,
she's on Ozempic
your
or whatever.
media sources suck. You are in a bubble. And again, I'm not a Christian, but they are systematically killing the Christians in Nigeria. They've killed over 100,000 since 2009. They've burned 18,000 churches. This is so much more. These are the Islamists, Boko Haram. This is so much more of a genocide attempt than what is going on in Gaza. They are literally attempting to wipe out the Christian population of an entire country. Where are the kids protesting this?
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. No one will talk about it, so thank you.
Absolutely.
It's Africa. That's why no one's talking about it, and they should be. You can't read about it in mainstream media. It's sad, so thank you for bringing it up.
Well, because the Jews aren't involved. That's why. It's the Christians and the Muslims. Who cares? It's just...
Okay, so at first I was like, wow, you know, this massive slaughter happening in Nigeria. It's horrible. It's awful. It is really, really bad. Okay. And we are not going to take away from that.
However, I watched this video of this actual African who is trying to bring attention to the plight of Africans in Africa and specifically Nigerians. But he says it is actually why did the Jews have to make everything about themselves? They are now switching to be like, oh, don't look at what we're doing in Gaza, which I don't even like. Stop making yourself the villain. You are the villain. Like, now, I don't want to talk about you being the villain. I'm not Candace Owens. I'm not cray-cray like her, okay? But this is a weird, you're doing a bait and switch. You're doing a cover. You're like, well, this story, it's bigger, but it's deeper than that. So this guy here, these Israeli and American accounts that have suddenly developed compassion for dead Nigerian Christians over the past 48 hours are simply activating yet another foreign influence campaign. I researched this for Africa Stream earlier this year. Huh? What? I don't know.
A senior fellow at the U.S. Policy Research Institute is trying to set Nigeria on fire. And however bad that may sound to you, it's so much worse than what you think. Here's what is happening. The American Enterprise Institute is a private non-profit founded in 1943, which has grown into an institution that is effectively the beating heart of the US economic and political establishment. This is not just a respected conservative think tank. This is a body that has the entire who's who of the US establishment elite either sitting on its board or among its many, many funders. And speaking of funding, it has funding from all the regular suspects. Ford Foundation here, Gates Foundation there, Kellogg in the other place. The AEI has real clout in the US. The sort of clout that enables it to influence legislation and foreign policy. The AEI is so influential that it was single-handedly responsible for the entire Iraq war strategy under George Bush Jr. In fact, the Project for a New American Century, which was the think tank whose work between the late 90s and the early 90s basically shaped the geopolitical world that we live in today, reportedly rented its office space from the AEI. I'm mentioning all of this to create a mental reference for just how powerful this organization really is. Essentially, if the AEI adopts a policy position and puts it forward, there's a very, very real possibility that it could become US government policy, which also makes it one of the most powerful non-profit organizations in the world. Now, 9,000 kilometers away from Washington in Nigeria, two things are happening. The first is that a series of deadly attacks against Christian communities in the country's middle belt and north have severely raised the risk of chaotic sectarian warfare of the sort witnessed in the Central African Republic in 2013. Between 2019 and 2020, I was part of a research team that worked on a documentation project tracking these attacks. That project resulted in this report, which was presented to former US Secretary of State Mike Pompeo in 2020. The report showed that these targeted killings met many of the legal definitions for genocide, and it formed the basis for his decision to designate Nigeria as a country of particular concern shortly before he left office. Now, the second thing that is happening is that a few hundred miles to the southeast of this violence, a different type of violence is taking place. This time, the cause is not religious, but ethnic. The indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, a group that emerged from relative obscurity to national notoriety over the past decade, led by its charismatic director, Nnamdi Kanu, is on a rampage, or at least a faction of it is. Now, I don't want to bore you with Nigerian history, so cliff notes. During the 3-year Nigerian Civil War, also known as the Biafran War, between 1967 and 1970, an estimated 3 million civilians on the Biafran side died, mostly as a result of starvation due to a Nigerian federal blockade. Most of these casualties were from Nigeria's Igbo ethnic group. And while Nigeria's government has never officially recognized these events as a genocide, there is very little doubt about the true ugliness of what happened all those years ago. While the end of the war in 1970 did not lead to the end of Biafran separatism as an idea, it was the emergence of Nnamdi Kanu and his IPOB group over the past decade and some that turned that residual bitterness into a political ideology. A violent political ideology.
People must go to the bush, ambush them. Go to the bush, you need to cut them off from the back, ambush them, take their guns from them and kill them. These are animals, they are not human beings. They may be wearing police army. They are not human beings. These are terrorists from Niger. These are terrorists from Gambia. These are foreign terrorists from Chad. They are not human beings. Disarm them and kill them. If you allow them to scare you off the streets, your life is over. Your life is over. And I want Lagos airport to be on flames. Breach the perimeter fence. Go and burn down Lagos. Anybody, if you have double barrel, if you have pistol, anything you have, give it to them, let them go and kill them, penetrate the airport and set Murtala Mohammed Airport on fire. Set it ablaze right now. Then the world will listen. You are dealing with animals. Fulani Janjaweed, they are animals. They do not reason. They do not reason. You don't know them. You don't know them. How many policemen died? I don't want to hear they kill us, they kill us. How many did you kill? How many police or army did you kill? How many?
They have burned the Laffa police station. They have burned it down. They burned the Select police station. They burned the Urile police station down. Everything is down now as I'm speaking.
Thank you very much.
These days, Kanu sits in prison in Nigeria's capital, and IPOB has been proscribed as a terror entity in Nigeria. But this has only worsened the violence. Since Kanu's arrest, a young lieutenant of his based in Finland called Simon Ekpa has filled that leadership void with methods so violent and so off-putting that the group has effectively split into two factions, with a faction loyal to Kanu regularly dissociating itself from actions linked to Ekpa's faction. Taking advantage of Nigeria's weak internal security and Nigeria's elephant-paced government, Simon Ekpa has created a non-state militia calling itself the Biafran Liberation Army. And you can guess the rest of the story. It's a mess. And here's where the AEI comes in. Now, over the past few months, Michael Rubin, a senior policy fellow at the AEI, has published a series of articles on the organization's website, openly calling for the US government to intervene militarily in Nigeria, ostensibly to help Biafra, which according to him is a persecuted Christian oasis surrounded by a hostile Islamic majority in Nigeria. The problem here is that this is simply not true. Nigeria's population is almost evenly split between Christian and Muslim, and the basis of Biafran separatism is ethnic, not religious. Rubin, however, repeatedly pushes the falsehood that the Biafran movement and the agitation by Christians facing real violence in Nigeria's Middle Belt and North are one and the same thing. This is completely false. Not only are the vast majority of the affected Christian groups not ethnically or ideologically linked to Biafran separatism, but even the Biafran movement itself has historically never portrayed itself as a Christian nationalist movement. By deliberately conflating ethnic separatism and Christian nationalism and modeling up basic geography to misrepresent the situation, and even describing Simon Ekpa, who was recently arrested and put on trial for terrorism in Finland, as a persecuted African dissident, Rubin is knowingly pushing a dangerously false narrative for the consumption of a powerful American audience. A narrative which, given the AEI's influence, could someday end up in an official US foreign policy document. While fringe ideas about Biafran exceptionalism, such as an alleged Biafran Israelite origin, have long existed and were even promoted by Mr. Kanu before his arrest, they are usually recognized as fringe views and not taken seriously. This is the first time that a powerful policy organization with genuine influence over American government decision-making is attempting to mainstream the idea that one of Nigeria's three majority ethnic groups should be designated as an Israel by the US government, with the rest of Nigeria becoming Palestine, if you know what I mean. And if you're familiar with the AEI's position on the real Palestine, this should worry you a lot. If you're in West Africa, you should especially be worried, because if this attempt to seed this dangerous narrative should bear fruit, and the result is any kind of sustained foreign military presence in the supposed Biafra, then there's every probability that we'll find out too late that this whole thing is being orchestrated for the same reason that every other African conflict is orchestrated: the resources. It's always the resources.
So you guys are probably wondering where I am. There was a bad accident outside. A little baby is injured, but going to be okay. So I have to shut down the stream. I'm going to see you guys later. It just happened. So I'm so sorry. There's a woman from France. They're from France. So I got to go. There's a baby in my kitchen right now that's got cuts on his head. So I love you guys. We love you. And I will see you guys later.